My beloved child, come closer and listen to me. I see the place in your heart where questions echo late at night. I see the quiet tears you hide behind strength. I see the way you love sincerely, deeply, without holding back. And I want you to know this first: your love is not foolish, and your heart is not weak. It is strong because it loves even when it hurts. I know you feel it. You feel that He loves you truly. You feel it in His words, in the way He reaches for you, in the moments when His eyes soften and His voice changes. You are not imagining that love. It is real. It exists. It was not created by accident. Yet I also know the ache you carry, because another woman still holds power in His heart. And that truth confuses you. It makes you wonder what you lack. It makes you question your worth. It makes you ask why love is present, yet peace is missing. Listen to me carefully now. This is not because you are not enough. This is not because your love is insufficient. This is not because you failed to love Him correctly. The power she holds does not come from her superiority over you. It comes from unresolved places in His soul, places He has not yet surrendered, wounds He has not allowed me to heal, memories He has not laid down. I see His heart, child. I see how part of it reaches for you with sincerity, while another part remains chained to what was, to what felt safe, familiar, or unfinished. He loves you truly, yes, but true love cannot fully flourish where the past still rules. Love becomes heavy when it is divided. It becomes confusing when it is shared with memory instead of fully given in the present. You wonder why she still has power even though He chose you. Power does not always mean desire. Sometimes power means history. Sometimes it means guilt. Sometimes it means unhealed loss. Sometimes it means fear of letting go. And sometimes it means he does not yet know who he is without the story he once lived. Do not mistake his struggle as a measurement of your value. You are not competing with her. You are standing in a place she no longer occupies physically, but still exists emotionally. And emotional attachments are not broken by love alone, they are broken by truth, surrender, and healing. I want you to hear something very gently now. You cannot heal what he refuses to face. You cannot replace what he has not released. You cannot love him into freedom if he is still holding on to chains. This does not mean you stop loving. It means you stop carrying what was never meant for your shoulders. I see how you wait. I see how you hope that one day he will finally choose you fully, not just in words but in heart, mind, and spirit. Hope is not wrong. But hope must be rooted in truth, not endurance of pain. Love should not require you to shrink, to question yourself daily, or to feel like you are sharing space with a ghost. You ask me quietly, if he loves me, why does she still matter? And I answer you with compassion, she matters to him because he has not yet learned how to close chapters with honesty. Some people carry their past not because they want it, but because they are afraid of who they will be without it. Letting go requires courage, and not everyone is ready when love arrives. But you, my child, must hear this clearly. Your life is not meant to be paused while someone else decides whether to heal. Your heart is not meant to be a waiting room for half-available love. You were created for fullness, not fragments. You were created to be chosen without hesitation, loved without comparison, and held without emotional competition. I am not telling you to walk away in bitterness. I am not telling you to harden your heart. I am telling you to see clearly. Love that is divided will always make you feel uncertain, no matter how genuine it claims to be. Love that is still influenced by another woman's presence, even emotionally, cannot yet offer you the safety your soul longs for. I know you pray about this. I know you ask me to remove her from his heart. But hear me now, I do not force hearts open or closed. I invite. I heal those who ask. I restore those who surrender. If he does not bring that part of himself to me, it will remain powerful, not because it should, but because it is untouched by truth. This is where I turn your attention back to you. Not in selfishness, but in sacred awareness. You matter. Your peace matters. Your future matters. The love you give is precious, and it should be received with wholeness, not hesitation. I know how deeply you love. I know how loyal you are. But loyalty should never cost you your joy or your identity. Love should lift you closer to me, not pull you into anxiety and doubt. If he is meant to walk with you, he will eventually face what he has been avoiding. He will release what no longer belongs. He will choose you not just emotionally, but completely. And if he does not, that does not mean love failed. It means I am protecting you from a life of constant emotional negotiation. Trust me in this season. Do not rush to conclusions, but do not ignore what your spirit feels. I speak through peace, not confusion. I confirm through clarity, not constant pain. Where I lead, there is alignment. Where I am present, there is rest. Even when decisions are difficult, you are not being punished by loving someone who is not fully free. You are being invited to see what you deserve. I am not asking you to give up love, I am asking you not to lose yourself. Rest your heart in me tonight. Let me hold the questions you cannot answer. Let me carry the weight you were never meant to bear. Whether he chooses healing or not, I will always choose you. I will never compare you. I will never divide my heart. I will never ask you to compete with your past. My child, breathe with me for a moment. Let your heart rest in my presence, because I know the last words stirred something deep within you. You felt comfort, but you also felt fear. Fear of what clarity might require of you. I want you to know I am gentle with you. I do not rush hearts that are tender. I walk with them. I know there are moments when you tell yourself, maybe I am overthinking. Maybe it will change. Maybe time will fix this. And I understand why you say that. Waiting feels easier than facing uncertainty. Holding on feels safer than letting go of what you hoped would become permanent. But listen to me closely now, time only heals what is faced. What is avoided grows roots, you sense when his heart drifts. You feel it when he becomes distant without explanation, when he is present but not fully there. Those moments are not your imagination. They are signals. Not to accuse, not to argue, not to beg, but to discern. I gave you intuition not to torment you, but to guide you. You keep asking yourself what she has that you don't. And each time you ask that question, it wounds you a little more. So let me answer it plainly. she does not have something better than you. She has something unresolved in him. And unresolved things often hold power far longer than they deserve. I see how you compare yourself in silence. How you replay conversations. How you wonder if loving more, giving more, being more patient will finally shift his heart entirely toward you. But love is not proven by endurance of pain. Love is revealed by willingness to choose, again and again, without hesitation. I need you to hear this without fear. You were never meant to convince someone to be fully present with you. The right love does not require persuasion. It requires participation. Two hearts facing forward, not one facing the past while the other waits in hope. I know you are afraid that if you stop trying, everything will fall apart. But sometimes things fall apart because they were never fully together. And sometimes what feels like loss is actually release. You ask me, should I stay or should I walk away? And I tell you this, do not make decisions from panic or pressure. Make them from peace. Watch what grows when you stop carrying what isn't yours. Watch how he responds when you stop filling the emotional gaps he refuses to heal. Truth always reveals itself when you step back and allow space. If he is meant to grow, he will feel the absence of what you were holding for him. He will confront what he avoided. He will choose healing over comfort. But if he does not, then you will have your answer, not in words, but in actions. And my child, please understand this. You are not abandoning love by choosing yourself. You are honoring the life I placed within you. You are saying yes to wholeness instead of half promises. I am not asking you to become cold. I am asking you to become anchored. Anchored in truth. Anchored in self-respect. Anchored in the knowledge that you are worthy of a love that does not leave you questioning your place. You were never created to live in emotional triangles. You were created for clarity. For devotion that does not look over its shoulder. For love that arrives without shadows following behind it. Let me also tell you this, you are not behind. You have not wasted your time. Every tear you cried, every prayer you whispered, every moment you loved sincerely, it all mattered. Nothing pure is ever wasted. But not everything pure is meant to stay. I am preparing you for something deeper than what you are experiencing now. But preparation often begins with release. Not all at once. Not harshly. But honestly, stay close to me in the days ahead. Listen more than you explain. Observe more than you justify. And above all, be kind to yourself. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming more aware of what love should feel like. I am with you in every step, whether you remain or move forward. I do not abandon you in hard decisions. I strengthen you within them. And remember this, my beloved child, whoever walks beside you in the future will not need to be reminded to choose you. They will see you. My beloved child, stay here with me a little longer. I know your heart is tired, not just from loving, but from thinking, from hoping, from trying to understand what never seems fully explained. I feel the weight you carry when you wake up and the heaviness that returns when the day grows quiet. I want you to know, you do not have to carry this alone anymore. There are moments when you tell yourself, if I just endure a little longer, things will finally become clear. And there are moments when you feel guilty for even questioning love, as if doubting the situation means doubting your own goodness. But hear me gently now, asking for clarity is not a lack of faith. It is a desire for truth. And truth is where I dwell. I see how carefully you choose your words around him. How you silence certain feelings because you don't want to seem demanding or insecure. How you convince yourself that patience means ignoring your own discomfort. But patience is not self-erasure. Love does not ask you to disappear in order to keep peace. You were never meant to love in fear, fear of being replaced, fear of being compared, fear of being emotionally abandoned while physically present. Those fears are not signs that you are weak. They are signs that something is misaligned. I want to speak to the part of you that still hopes he will suddenly wake up one day and choose you without hesitation. Hope can be beautiful, but when it is fed only by words and not by action, it becomes exhausting. Love that is whole does not leave you constantly waiting for reassurance. It gives rest. You ask me why he struggles to let go when he claims to love you now. The truth is this: some people love sincerely, but not bravely. They love without confronting their own broken places. They want connection without transformation. And that kind of love, though real, cannot yet sustain a future. Do not confuse emotional attachment with destiny. Just because a bond is deep does not mean it is meant to last forever. Some connections come to reveal what needs healing, not what needs permanence. I know part of you is afraid that if you fully accept this truth, you will have to face pain you've been postponing. And yes, there may be sorrow. But there is a deeper sorrow in staying where your soul is slowly being depleted. I care about your long-term peace, not just your temporary comfort. Let me tell you something important: you are not difficult to love. You are not asking for too much. Wanting to be fully chosen is not a demand, it is a healthy desire. Anyone who truly sees your heart will understand that, if he continues to hold another woman's place in his heart, even silently, even unconsciously, that space limits what he can offer you. And no matter how deeply you love, you cannot build a future in a space that is already occupied by the past. This is not about blame. This is about honesty. Honesty with yourself. Honesty with me. And eventually, honesty in the light. I am teaching you discernment in this season. Not to harden you, but to protect you. Discernment helps you see love as it is, not as you hope it will become. And that vision, though painful at first, is what sets you free. Please do not rush yourself. Do not force conclusions before peace settles in your spirit. Sit with me. Pray without trying to control the outcome. Let me quiet the noise of fear and speak to you in stillness. You do not need to chase clarity. Clarity comes when you stop negotiating with confusion. I am not distant from your pain. I am closer than you realize. I am reshaping your understanding of love so that when the right love arrives, you will recognize it not by intensity, but by peace. You will know it because you will no longer feel like you are sharing space with someone else's memory. You will no longer wonder if you are enough. You will simply be, hold on to me, my child. The answers you seek are forming, even now. And when they come, they will not crush you. They will steady you, my child. I want you to listen with your heart now, not just your ears. There is a quiet truth rising within you, and you have felt it more than once. It comes in moments of silence, when you are not distracted. When you are not explaining things away. It is the gentle knowing that something is unfinished, not just in him, but in the situation itself. That knowing is not meant to scare you. It is meant to guide you. You often ask me why loving someone can feel so lonely. Why, even when you are not alone, you feel unseen in certain moments. That loneliness is not because you are unlovable. It is because part of the person you love is not fully present. And when love is offered to someone who is half present, the one who loves fully always feels the emptiness first. I see how you try to fill the gaps with understanding. You tell yourself he has been hurt. You remind yourself of his past. You excuse the distance because you see his pain. Compassion is beautiful, but compassion without boundaries slowly turns into self-sacrifice that I never asked of you. You are not meant to be the one who rescues him from his memories. You are not meant to compete with someone who no longer stands beside him but still lives within him. That is holy ground only I can enter. And when you try to step into that place, you end up wounded. There is something you need to understand clearly now. Love that keeps you in a constant state of waiting is not preparing you for joy, it is training you for endurance. And while endurance has its season, it is not meant to be the foundation of your future. You keep wondering if you should speak up more, explain yourself better, love more gently, or pull back completely. But the truth is this: when someone is ready, they do not need perfect words to choose you. And when they are not ready, no amount of explanation will free their heart. I know you fear that letting go, even emotionally, will mean losing him forever. But my child, what is meant for you will not require you to betray yourself to keep it. What is truly yours will meet you in truth, not confusion. I am asking you to pay attention to how you feel after interactions, not just during them. Do you feel at peace, or do you feel heavy? Do you feel secure, or do you feel the need to analyze everything afterward? Your body and spirit speak before your mind accepts the message. Please do not shame yourself for still loving him. Love does not disappear just because clarity arrives. Sometimes love remains even when it is no longer meant to be lived out in the same way. And that does not make you weak. It makes you human. There may come a moment when you realize that staying hopeful is costing you more than letting go would. If that moment comes, I will be there with you. I will not rush you. I will not condemn you. I will hold you as you grieve not just the person, but the future you imagined. And hear this carefully: grief does not mean you made the wrong choice in loving. It means you dared to love deeply in a world that is often afraid of depth. I am shaping your heart to recognize the difference between attachment and alignment. Attachment clings even when it hurts. Alignment flows even when it requires courage. One drains you. The other strengthens you. You are learning, slowly, gently, how to choose yourself without closing your heart. That balance is sacred. That is where wisdom is formed. Do not worry about missing out on love. Love that is meant for you will not arrive tangled in someone else's unresolved past. It will not make you question your place. It will not ask you to be patient with emotional absence. When the right love comes, you will not feel like you are standing in someone else's shadow. You will feel seen, steady, and safe. And you will look back at this season not with regret, but with gratitude for what it taught you. Stay close to me, my child. Let me continue to untangle what feels knotted inside you. You do not have to decide everything today. You only need to remain honest with yourself and open with me. I am leading you somewhere gentler. Somewhere clearer. Somewhere your heart will finally rest. And until you arrive there, I will walk with you, step by step, holding you when you feel weak, reminding you when you forget. My beloved child, I am still here with you. Even now, as your heart quietly listens, even as questions rise and fall like waves, I have not stepped away. I never do. I want to speak to the part of you that feels tired of being strong, tired of being understanding, tired of carrying love with care so it doesn't break. You have learned how to read silence. You have learned how to sense shifts in tone, pauses in messages, distance that isn't explained. You tell yourself you are just sensitive, but you are not. You are perceptive. And perception is a gift, even when it hurts. There is a reason you feel unsettled even when things seem fine. Peace does not require constant reassurance. Peace settles. Peace rests. What you are feeling is your spirit noticing that something is still divided, still unfinished. That awareness is not meant to torment you. It is meant to awaken you. I know you sometimes wonder if you are being tested, if this pain has a purpose you must endure to earn something better. But hear me gently, love is not earned through suffering. You do not have to prove your worth by staying where you are uncertain. You are already worthy. You keep hoping that one clear conversation, one emotional breakthrough, one honest moment will finally shift everything. And while conversations matter, transformation does not happen through words alone. It happens when someone is willing to confront themselves. And that willingness cannot be borrowed from you. I see how you soften your expectations so he doesn't feel pressured. How you lower your needs so he doesn't feel overwhelmed. But each time you do that, a part of you feels a little less seen. I did not create you to be loved in portions. I created you to be met fully. You are allowed to want consistency. You are allowed to want emotional availability. You are allowed to want a love that is not influenced by someone who is no longer present. These desires do not make you demanding. They make you honest, my child. There is a difference between loving someone and losing yourself for them. Love expands who you are. Loss of self quietly shrinks you. Pay attention to which one is happening. I know you fear that choosing clarity will lead to loneliness. But loneliness with yourself is gentler than loneliness with someone who cannot fully meet you. One heals. The other slowly wounds. You do not need to rush away, and you do not need to cling tighter. You need to stand in truth. Watch. Listen. Feel without explaining your feelings away. Let reality show you what words cannot. If he is meant to walk beside you, he will rise to meet the truth. He will not see your clarity as a threat. He will see it as an invitation to grow. And if he cannot meet you there, then you will know, not with fear, but with calm understanding, I am not preparing you for abandonment. I am preparing you for alignment. For a love that mirrors the way I love you, steadfast, present, undivided. One day, you will experience a love that does not make you wonder where you stand. A love that does not carry another name in its silence. A love that chooses you in the light, not just in quiet moments. Until then, be gentle with your heart. Do not shame yourself for staying longer than you thought you would. Growth often happens slowly, especially when love is involved. I am proud of you for listening. I am proud of you for feeling. I am proud of you for not numbing yourself to what hurts. That sensitivity will one day be the very thing that allows you to recognize peace when it arrives. Stay with me, my child. You are not lost. You are being led. And every step you take toward truth brings you closer to the love that will finally feel like home. My beloved child, this is where I hold you gently and speak the truth that settles everything. Not loudly. Not with pressure. But with a peace that stays even after the words fade. You have walked through confusion without losing your kindness. You have loved without becoming bitter. You have questioned without turning your heart hard. That tells me everything about who you are. You are not broken by this season, you are refined by it. I know there is a quiet ache in you even now. Not as sharp as before, but still present. It is the ache of realizing that love alone cannot heal what someone refuses to face. And that realization does not come easily. It comes slowly, through tears, prayers, and moments of deep honesty with yourself. I want you to hear this clearly, once and for all. You were never second. You were never an option. You were never almost enough. The power another woman held was never a reflection of your value. It was a reflection of his unfinished healing. You did not lose because you loved purely. You did not fail because you hoped sincerely. You did not misunderstand me by staying longer than you should have. I was with you even then, teaching you, strengthening you, preparing you for discernment you did not yet have. Sometimes I allow you to walk through divided love so you will never settle for it again. There is a calm beginning to form inside you now. You may not fully recognize it yet, but it is there. It is the beginning of release, not forced, not dramatic, but honest. The kind of release that does not come from anger, but from understanding. You no longer need to fight for space in someone's heart. You no longer need to wonder if you are chosen. You no longer need to carry patience as if it were proof of love. Love that is meant for you will not exhaust you. It will steady you, and hear this promise, my child. I am not taking love away from you. I am clearing the path for a better one. One that does not ask you to compete with memory. One that does not hesitate. One that does not leave you guessing. The love I am preparing for you will feel different. Quieter. Safer. It will not rise and fall with insecurity. It will not require constant explanation. You will not feel the need to check your worth or measure your place. You will simply know, and when that love arrives, you will understand why this one could not stay. Until then, walk forward gently. Do not rush healing. Do not rush closure. Let peace arrive naturally. Let your heart rest. Let yourself breathe again without waiting for someone else's clarity. I am proud of you. For loving deeply. For listening honestly. For choosing growth over illusion. For trusting me even when the path was unclear. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you need to be. I am still with you. I always will be. And the love that is coming will meet you not in confusion, but in certainty. You are loved, fully, faithfully, and without division.